today I would like to welcome you back to BroGaming with another episode of Road to Worlds. Now, yesterday I did a stream, and for some odd reason that didn't upload to YouTube, so I do apologize for not having any content for the past few days, actually almost the past week. I got really busy over the past week and actually was unable to upload at all due to my busy schedule, but got everything worked out, got all the stress out of the way, back to YouTube, and back to focusing on Pokemon and the Elder Scrolls Legends. Obviously, I would like to let you guys know that I am going to be streaming pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday for sure, sometime during the evening. And then Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and the weekends are all kind of up when kind of whenever I feel like it. Saturday is probably a most definite stream in the evening, probably about 6 to 9 o'clock. Either streaming the Elder Scrolls Legends or Pokemon TCG Online. Anyways, let's get into the gameplay here, guys. As you guys see, this is actually definitely obviously I have the advantage in this game, and I started out this game with really good cards. I had an Inn, I started out with a Sycamore in my hand this turn, and I have both of my evolutions that I need to evolve both of my Pokemon on the field. So I've pretty much already got everything set up. Now he also starts out pretty well in this game and ends up doing fairly well actually during the entire game. Now, I was worried about this Houndoom and figuring out how to play around it and not lose a lot of cards off of my top deck, but unfortunately, fortunately, I get two water energy here and I'm able to knock it out with double jet fairly easily before he could get anything else set up. Now, he does have a Drampa on the bench, which I should be weary of, other than the fact that I really don't plan on giving him the ability to retreat any of his Pokemon back onto the bench. So, Drampa, not too worried about, but should always keep in the back of my mind. He has Tapu Lele, which he put a choice band on, so he's obviously going to be using that as an attacker. And he's got two basically backup cards that are supporting the deck. He's got the red Orichalcoo and obviously the Abyssal Hand Octillery. Now, he goes ahead and he places another non-EX Volcanion. He has one on the field, and then he's going to go ahead and use N. Now, this N honestly wasn't too upsetting for me. I did have my hand played out for the next turn, pretty much taking the win off of that hand. It would have disrupted everything that he did in these future turns with the hand that I had. But he ends it. Very good decision on his part. And sometimes you don't really know what your Inn is going to do to your opponent or what it did at all to your opponent. And this Inn was one of those times he really didn't understand. Probably didn't understand what cards and how I was going to use them in my hand. Now, that was kind of stupid for me to do. I used 2 energy on that one. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Now, you can, in fact, I could have probably started focusing on this Tapu Lele because that's exactly what he's going to do. Unfortunately, I didn't have any Guzmas or escape ropes in my hand for myself to kind of get out, and I didn't really have a backup. Honestly, I didn't get my Psyduck until last turn off of the prize card, so I really didn't have anything to do. Now, this Space Beacon is going to be a little bit risky here, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab 2 cards. Basically, if he puts an energy or uses a Kukui or something like that next turn, my Golduck is dead and I have nothing. And that's going to give him the flow of the game. It's going to give him the power in this game. And having the power in the game, having the momentum in the game is something in Pokemon that is very, very good. Because not only does it stress out your opponent, like, okay, I'm trying to dig myself out of a hole and I don't have any draw supporters, and that's kind of what I was feeling in this situation right here. He actually does go ahead and play a Kukui, which is pretty much going to kill my Golduck because it's already got 20 damage on it. But at this moment, I'm like, I don't have draw power. I only have a Psyduck that I can use. What is going to go down? What is going to happen? I actually top deck a Vulpix, which is probably, honestly, one of the best cards that I could have top decked. The only thing better maybe would have been a Golduck, because then I would have been able to knock out his Tapu Lele, or a Sycamore. A Sycamore really would have helped in this in the situation, because then I could have just dumped my hand, gotten 7 new cards, and probably would have drawn what I needed, at least an Ultra Ball. Because I actually still have 3 Ultra Balls, and I actually know I have 4 Ultra Balls in the deck right now that have not seen the day of light. Now he's going to go ahead, he's going to try to use Super Scoop Up, which wouldn't have been the smartest idea anyways, other than he would have been able to get Tapu Lele's effect off again and have it fresh on the field. So, in the long run, if I wouldn't have been able to take out any of his other Pokemon before he got his Tapu Lele built back up, would have been good. But if I was thinking that, I was thinking like, okay, I have pressure on the field. He doesn't really have anything. I don't know if he has an Alolan Ninetales in his hand or not. He did just discard one. So that's kind of at the point where you really don't know what's happening and what's going on. So I'll go ahead, I play the Alolan Ninetales, I attach a second energy to it, and I just end my turn. I don't have the ability to retreat my Psyduck, so I'm just going to have to let it go down. And sometimes that happens. He's still going to be at 4 prize cards. I'm going to be at 3 prize cards. It's a good situation, honestly. I do have energy in the discard pile, so I could still discard one of my cards from my hand and get energy onto the Alolan Ninetales next turn. And that's kind of exactly what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to discard my Golduck, get 2 energy, and then play 1 onto my Alolan Ninetales. And that's going to do 160 damage to this Mega Houndoom EX. Now, and he actually can't do anything to my Alolan Ninetales. And that's really good. At this point in the game, getting that Alolan Ninetales out was really good. I really didn't have anything that I could do with Golduck. Starmie was a big issue, especially if he would have Guzma out at my Starmie. I mean, it would have put him pretty much in control of the game. But Alolan Ninetales, I was able to get Alolan Ninetales out, and it actually ends up being probably the best decision that I could have made in the game, is to get this Alolan Ninetales out. Now I am able to pick up this Golduck, and I have an energy, so I'm going to go ahead and attach that. Aurora Beam's going to take out this Volcanion, and I'm going to pick it up another prize card. Now, the big thing is that if he plays Tapu Lele, I'm knocking it out next turn. He can't do any damage to me. If he plays Houndoom, I'm knocking it out next turn. He can't do any damage to me. If he plays Octillery, it gives him 1 more turn, but I'm going to knock it out the turn after that. He really can't do anything. All of his main attackers are either EX Pokemon or GX Pokemon, and his baby Volcanions are already in the discard pile. So at this point in the game, he's pretty much stuck. He has nothing, probably. He's running out of resources in his deck. He's got a pretty big hand, so he obviously has resources in his hand. The only thing that probably could have gotten around my Alolan Ninetales and him being able to knock out Alolan Ninetales probably would have been Hex Maniac, but I think Hex Maniac got rotated out. You guys can correct me on that in the comment section. If it didn't, I'm not for sure, honestly. But he goes ahead and concedes that game to me. You guys can see my MVP, the damage style. I'm actually really liking that. I'm glad Pokemon Online kind of implemented that into the game. Anyways, that is kind of all I have for you guys today. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to click that subscribe button and join the community. Anyways, guys, my name has been Jay from BroGaming TCG. I want to remind you all to always keep on battling and pursue your dreams. Thanks for watching.